So JT, you kind of ran with this story, and it is a great one. Former
Yeah,
Sweet Baby Inc. employee implies developers did not want to hire him.
I I finally got my
Right
article
away.
out today on this. But yeah, I found it and I was so backed up, as I'm sure you can relate, Flash. There's been a lot of news to
Oh,
keep up
this week's been wild.
with. So
We
I
haven't
actually
even scratched the surface on how much shit we could talk about.
exactly. But when this came up, I reached out to John on Twitter DMs, and I was just like, "Hey, man, this is a pretty wild story. I don't have time to get to it right now, so if you want to hit it," and he's like, "Oh, sure, I'll jump on it." But it was pretty crazy when I was doing my research for the video of this Hashimoto guy, whatever he is, the ex Sweet Baby Inc. employee that was used as a source in the New York Times article. Apparently, during my research of this, before I made my video, I saw that he had a Twitch channel, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting," because I always like to find some B-roll for my videos, and I'm like, "Okay, so let me check this Twitch channel out." And I found him talking about the New York Times situation, and he's referencing that Park Place and John Trent and how, they're covering it, and he's like having this like breakdown. He's super stressed and he feels like the whole world's crashing down on him. And on top of that, Sweet Baby Inc. is a company he was contracted with for over 3 years, but he hasn't worked with them for a couple years. But now he's talked to developers and trying to get hired at game companies, and they're like, oh, they saw Sweet Baby Inc. on his resume, and they're asking him questions about like, is this going to affect our image if people find out you worked at Sweet Baby Inc.? Because we don't want that bad press coming to our company. So that should give you the intro for whatever you wanted to say here.
No, I think you got it. That's what
He's
I
not-
wanted to talk about, the Sweet Baby Death Kiss. And I think the great thing about this is that people what's funny about it is it's really not going to matter too much, because there's so many other DEI companies like Black Girl Gamers who you got a big win on.
Oh yeah, they're big fans of me.
You got to pull up that tweet I just sent you. This person is not even native Japanese, apparently. That
Oh yeah, from Alaska. This is wild.
They're American, and they took their new name from an anime character.
It's
Like
not
everything,
loading.
Flash, everything about this guy.
Oh, there we go.
Everything about this guy is fake. Like he doesn't. He's trans.
Is it a he?
Well, she.
She,
he identifies as he, but it's a she. I don't even know.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. It's like
Everything about
using
him is
he
fake.
pronouns, but
The name is
it's all
fake.
confusing.
They're not from Japan. They're not 100% Japanese. They might be partially Japanese, but they're trying to act like they are the source of truth that understands the Japanese language and translation.
I think I'm turning Japanese.
Yeah, and the anime is Cheer Boys. I don't even know
think
that one.
But he's a classic case of when you watch the Twitch stream, which if anyone in the chat, I'm going to be publishing a video going over the Twitch chat on my channel tonight or tomorrow morning if I can get to it. That's going to break down what he says specifically. But he takes the approach, he's very timid and he's in hardcore defense mode, and he is playing the victim now that he's been caught. And he's like, well, I didn't know this. And everyone's coming after me now. And this, it's like, no, fuck you. Like, you lie about everything. And when you get caught, now you're playing the victim of, oh, wait, it's not what you guys think. It's this. It's really annoying.
That's funny. So it's an anime name, not even from Japan, but this was their Japanese expert.
Yes. The New York Times used for referencing and doing damage control for
the game is fine. No, Japanese love it. Trust me, I'm the expert.
Even though Ubisoft themselves put out a 4-page apology to Japan. So
yeah, but you know what makes me the angriest is how they treated the reenactment group, the Japanese reenactment group.
Oh, like shit.
They used their banner, and for months the reenactment group was like, hey, we don't want our logo used in your art book. And Ubisoft gave them a runaround for about 2 months, and then finally said, sorry, it's at the printers. We'd love to help you, but we're just going to steal your art anyways. Okay, bye.
They can sue, I would think.
That's not how the force works.
Well, that's what Ubisoft is saying. He's like, we're so massive, you sue us if you want, but we can use whatever freaking art we want, and that's
They'll
their
just drag
attitude.
it out in court, probably. Yeah.
We'll
And
just
then they
use
can
whatever we
claim-
want.
They can claim that it's just fiction or it's not a direct copy. There's a different line used somewhere. Like, yeah.
Oh no, it's definitely their banner.
No, I know. I'm just saying how their lawyers would handle it. But yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, they could spin this out forever, and there's no way that a Japanese reenactment group is going to raise a huge legal fund to go after Ubisoft. They just want to go out on a weekend and shoot rifles at samurai, man. That's
What do you think Sweet Baby does? Do you think they rename themselves, change the company name?
You know that video we saw just a few minutes ago about Twitter? That's what Sweet Baby does.
yeah. So I spent
yeah,
my
for
day at
sure.
Ubisoft. I got my latte. I had a 30-minute meeting about how they should change the
Mhm.
protagonist to a black trans person in
Yep.
a wheelchair. And now I'm going to go do yoga.
I've had a rough day, so I'm going to go do some yoga and take a nap.
I can
You-
just.
And then I'm going to destroy another game this afternoon.
I know Kim Blair is not the biggest fan of Mark or I or you, Flash. for that
Oh
matter.
yeah.
But that's all we are is a mirror to reflect exactly what they're doing, and they cannot look at themselves, and they hate us for it. And that's the truth. That's the God's honest truth. That's the problem with Sweet Baby Inc. is they don't have a defense when you come out and say this is who you are, this is what you're doing. They're like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, prove it. Well, it's just not.
And we just give them suggestions, and if they don't take those suggestions, we cancel them.
Isn't that convenient, by the
Yeah.
way? Oh, if it works to their benefit, we'll take credit for it. And if it doesn't, oh, they have creative directive choice to not use it. So either way, we're off scot-free. We're not the problem.
I remember when they were trying to say, one of them, who was it they were saying wrote a lot of Spider-Man 2 dialogue? You remember?
I don't remember.
They were trying to praise whoever it was. I think it was a she. Worked just Spider-Man 2, and that game was great. Well, the writing for that game sucked ass. Some of the worst writing I've seen in a game in a long time.
Mm-hmm. And you know the weird thing about it is, after people found out about it, they look back at Spider-Man 2 and they're like, oh yeah, I guess it does make sense that the storyline was as bad as it was. It's like at the time people were just like whatever about it, like okay, it's Spider-Man 2, and then it's almost like the realization of
It turned
oh,
Miles into Black Jesus.
yeah, that was
Did you ever see? There's like a funny. It starts with a C. He's really funny. He sings all the time. Makes this.
Kyle.
Yeah.
He's dude. That's part of Hypnotic's intro.
I know. Yeah, he's got it in
It's
his
hysterical.
beginning intro. The power of the black man.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Like when he calls it out the way he does, it's like it's so obvious. It's like this is bad.
Yeah, he's great. Check out there it is, perfectly spelled. Check out his channel. He's
Yeah.
funny.
I actually found out about him because somebody tagged me like months ago. One of his songs, he like rhymed my channel name in it, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Like I never heard of this guy, and I was like, holy shit, he is so talented. How did I never hear of this guy before? He's amazing.
Somebody says get him on the show. I should ask him to come on. I'll hit him up. He always replies to my stuff with funny collages of just garbage articles
Yep,
all the time.
he's
I love
amazing.
it. I love it.
That's right.
Yeah, Sweet Baby's done. They're the face of all of this DEI shit. That's why it's so great to see them kind of just pretty much come to an end.
But
No
don't
one's
worry,
gonna wanna work
Anita,
with them.
Anita Sarkeesian is.
Oh,
is
she's
coming
stepping
in.
up to the plate.
Yeah, once they go away, she'll be right there to take their
You
place.
should
It's
read
never-
the room.
It's
No-
never, but here's the thing: it's never gonna go away. Once they found an avenue for it, they're gonna keep hammering at that crack in the concrete, trying to seep into it. Like all we can do is just point it out. You know, it's really unfortunate that it's even a thing.
I think you're going to see some changes driven by money. They're driven by diving profits, Concord disasters, Ubisoft disasters. I think you're going to see some changes, because ultimately these people, they care about money, right?
Well, I think to that point, though, I wonder how much depends politically on the election and what direction it goes moving forward. I do.
Yeah,
wonder.
investment. People are not bullish on the economy right now, and that includes investment in games. There's a lot of devs being laid off, but not a lot of new studios being started because the money just isn't there. And I think that sentiment could change with the election, and then you could, because with less regulation potentially, and a friendlier Wall Street atmosphere, then you're going to see things perk up a little bit. Hopefully, I really hope
maybe
that the economy
video
turns
game
around.
teams will start looking like the Astrobot team. I don't know if you saw this, but tell me what you see about this behind the scenes video with the Astrobot team. You notice anything?
Huh.
Wow.
I wonder why this game was successful.
I
There's one
wonder
chick,
why.
One chick right in the back.
Oh yeah, there she is. She's probably cool though, Oh no, there's two. There's one right
Oh,
here,
Yep.
Yeah, that's the
and
one I
there's
was
one
talking
right
about.
here.
Yep.
That could be just a dude with long hair, though.
No, I think those are two girls.
No, you can
got-
tell it's the dress she's wearing.
But what do they don't have?
Purple and pink hair.
And as far as I can tell, no nose ring.
No nose rings.
And
Yeah,
it's normal.
Normal people.
Well, everyone's
Gamers.
smiling, laughing. Nobody's got weird hair.
Nobody's holding.
Except maybe
a
this
latte.
one dude right here has got that bleach blonde shit.
Or
Get
the
that-
other
get
dude
that out
with
of
the
here.
bleach blonde
Yeah,
hair.
two of
too.
them have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it
But
slide.
I'll take it. I'll take it over purple or pink or
And
Blue.
nobody's holding a latte or a matcha or a
they're holding game controllers.
or a glass of wine on tap.
or a glass of wine
Right,
on tap.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is no wonder this game was successful. Everyone's having fun. It looks like everyone enjoys each
Looks
other's
like they
company.
care about the game. They're looking at the game. They're not looking at the camera. I love all those Ubisoft shots where they're all looking at the camera.
Right. What a wild concept to just have a team that cares and has a passion about gaming. Who'd have thought that
insane.
that'd be so foreign these days?
Wants to tell a story.
You're
with a
telling me
game.
that's a winning formula?
I mean, believe it or not.
I'm
No.
blown away.
Never.
Hey, I'll be right back, guys.
You're
Hold
right.
it down, Tom. You're in charge.
Tom.
All right, everybody, whip out their dicks.
Alright. Goodbye, Flash.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Of course.
Weird.
But
Yeah.
just to, I guess while Flash is gone, just to keep talking about the Sweet Baby Ink thing, that person is not someone who worked on Assassin's Creed Shadows, yet they are being sourced by the New York Times to talk about the Shadows and why Ubisoft was misunderstood and how all this bad stuff was happening. And it's like, none of this is true. And he's
Yeah.
running defense for a corporation he doesn't even work for anymore, quote unquote, supposedly. So it's all just one big club. It's very strange. And then he's pretending like he's not, by the way, when you hear him talking about it on his Twitch stream, he's like, no, I was just telling the truth of what's going on with it, this, that, the other thing. And I'm like, you don't work there anymore. You made up lies. You're lying about who you are. You're lying about being from Japan. You're lying about everything. Why should anyone believe anything you're saying? Yet the New York Times, as much as people don't believe them, is sourcing this individual.